first thing that you need to do is read the problem first. Jason mixed granola and raisins to take on his camping trip. Granola cost $3 per pound and raisins cost $4.20 per pound. If he ended up with 3 pounds of a mixture that cost $3.36 per pound, how many pounds of each did he use? So let's go ahead and define our variables. We'll say let G equal the number of pounds of granola. And then we're going to let R equal the number of pounds of raisins. Important that you define your variables before beginning the problem. Now let's see what we have. It says if he ended up with 3 pounds of a mixture. So equation 1 would be the number of pounds of granola, which we use G, plus the number of pounds of raisins, R, would equal the total number of pounds that we make. So G plus R would equal 3. The second equation would deal with the value or the cost. It says granola costs $3 per pound. So it would be $3 times the number of pounds of granola plus raisins cost $4.20 per pound. So it would be $4.20 per pound times the number of pounds of raisins equals $3.36 times the number of pounds of our total mixture, which is 3. So notice the consistency. We have cost times the number of pounds plus cost times the number of pounds equals cost times the number of pounds. Now what we're going to do is solve the system. You can solve it either using substitution or you can solve it using elimination. And I'm going to go ahead and use elimination. So the first thing that we're going to do is determine which variable we're going to eliminate, and I'm going to eliminate the G. So since the G in the second equation has a coefficient of 3, I need the G in the first equation to have a coefficient of -3, so I'm going to multiply that whole equation by -3. So I'm going to multiply the first equation by -3, and then I'm just going to copy down the second equation. Now notice in the second equation, I rewrote 3.00 as 3. It's the same thing. And I rewrote 4.20 as just 4.2. Now I'm going to add the two equations together. So my G's are eliminated. -3 plus 4.2 is 1.2R. And -9 plus 10.08 is 1.08. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 1.2. And that gives me R equaling 0.9. So we have 0.9 pounds of raisins. Now to determine how much granola we use, we'll take this 0.9 and substitute it into R in equation 1. So we have G plus R equaling 3. G plus, we know that R is 0.9, equals 3. And now we're going to subtract 0.9 from both sides. So G would equal 2.1. So we're using 2.1 pounds of granola and 0.9 pounds of raisins.